And you know what? The worst thing about this whole video is that he brings up great points, but comes to the wrong conclusion about them. Makes it seem like Griffith made these sacrifices during the eclipse to make sure that the previous lives who died for him wouldn't be wasted. But there's more to it than that. He was very much driven by the fear of dying, of not reaching his goal, of being like everyone else. The old lady in his vision telling him that if he doesn't keep moving forward, then he'll end up like the corpses below him. Griffith has a horrible fear of losing power and dying. Griffith wanted power, and he wanted to be special. His nightmare would be a future where he has no power and has to be taken care of by Casca. This is what drives him to want to unalive himself and to use the Bailet. He somehow talks about the scene where Griffith gets on top of Casca and says it has nothing to do with the eclipse R-wording scene, and still ties that scene of him on top of her back around to him and Charlotte, but doesn't see how it connects back to the eclipse scene. I don't know if he's just trying to be obtuse at this point, because it obviously does. Just because no one would see what was going on here, just because Guts wasn't there to witness it, doesn't mean that it wasn't something that ties back into what happened during the eclipse. In both cases, he is trying to feel power. He's trying to exert power, and he's trying to feel powerful himself to himself. It's foreshadowing. Again, with him and Charlotte, he forces himself on Charlotte, and she tells him to stop, and he keeps going. And to people who try to defend it and be like, oh, well, why does Charlotte still like him? Why does she love him if he R-worded her? Unfortunately, a lot of victims don't know that they are victims. And this is definitely a situation. But working this hard to try and separate Griffith from Pt.2 and excuse horrible acts is ridiculous. I feel like a lot of nuance is completely lost on this person. Griffith is a layered character. He has empathy, but to a point, and that's a big part of his character.